Hello, Shabab. Welcome to part 24 of this tutorial series. In the previous part, we wrote some unit tests for the task API, and now we will continue to write more unit tests. Let me just collapse everything. So there we have our test. Next thing, let us get started. Yalla. With composables. Let's write a test for edit task. So go to test folder, say new TypeScript file, edit task dot test, add. That's great. Now let us just copy things here, this part. Okay, we have to also import some things. Let me see what was, yeah, we will need most of these things here as well. Let's copy paste it. Okay. It looks good for now. Let's create a describe. And we describing our general tests here, or yeah, unit tests for edit task composable. Okay. So parentheses, equal sign, greater sign, curly braces, semicolon at the end. And now let us just define some values that we're going to use. Basically, if you take a look at edit task, these are all the values we need. Because we will write tests for the happy path when everything will go through successfully, and when we have a network error. So we will use variables that we can reuse. Edit task, test. Okay, paste it in here. We will just adapt it. This is a const, and we'll say equals to 1. Same here, same here, same here, same here, same here. Say just const. And here we have the request. And here we have to define a request. And this has to be a semicolon here. Okay. Object. We just will set a title. Updated task. And we say completed. False is complete false. Okay. Semicolon at the end. Next we'll define, here we can say it's loading to equals ref false. It's the initial value, network error the same. Just copy it, paste it. Almost same here. But here we'll say just null. And this we can mock. We say v dot, and that's it. This comes also from vtest. Okay, looks good. These are the variables we are using in the happy path and in the error path. So let's get started with it. Let's describe the test. update task is called, then expect successful response. Successful response. Or just, no, we will not have a response success case. Let's write success case to make the naming a little bit better. Now we need again async. Now we will write, okay, what we are going to write. We need our web service and say update task. And now we have to, no, sorry, not web service. We already had web service. We need edit task. Oh gosh, edit task. And now, but in front of edit task, we will have a wait. And now we can put everything here. ID request is loading, is network error, Axios error, navigate to tasks view, okay. Okay, now we can use the expect. The thing is, just one more thing, here we do our assign, here we do our act, and here we do our expect. So what we say now is loading dot value. It's not loading because it's successful done. We say to be false. Duplicate this line for is network error. I will duplicate this line for Axios error. And you would just say it's null. Okay. And here we don't want to navigate to task view. So in this case, we just want to expect it navigate to task view has not been called. To have been cancelled. Okay. Okay. Again, open terminal. Write npx vtest run. And nice, also this error passed. Okay. Okay. So next thing, the error case we want to test. So not if, it. Let's give it a name. When update task is called, then expect network error. So now we say async, parentheses, equal sign, greater sign. And here we say we want to have a error message const, error message. We just say network error. Okay. Okay. Then we have const actual error, and we say new Axios error, and we give it the error message as a argument. Okay, here we set assign, and here we do now we still assign. We'll mock now some things. Task service. Oh, not task service, web service. Update task. And we can say now promise reject. And we say actual error. Okay. Now we act. Basically, we can also copy all of this again. And now we expect, but we can also copy some stuff from here. Basically, not this, but this we can copy. Is loading is still false? Is network error should be true? Axios error value should be actual error. And mock error message where we have it. Now we have actual error. Just duplicate this line, say actual error should be equal to error message. And here we don't have a value, we have a message. Okay, looks good, looks good. I mean, the rest of this imports we can remove. Okay, looks good, looks good. Let's say clear. Okay. There is something wrong here. Okay. This should. Very interesting. Very interesting. Okay, let me just comment out this line and test it again. Okay, now the test passed somehow, but it should be this. Not sure why. Access error. I mean, I'm just. Actually, that should also work. Not so much information, but now let's run it again. I want to have some more information why it didn't pass. Shall network error, access error, network error. Okay, received expected. I want to log things now. Let's log things. Console.log. Let's say this. Okay, $, curly braces. Okay. Now we do the same for actual error. Okay. Now let's run this again. Clear. Ah, sorry. The it's not to be. It's to equal. Okay. Also not here should be. As you can see, to equal. Okay. Now let's run it again. Okay, now it passed. Okay, it's to equal. You can remove the logs in here, and yeah, that looks good. But now, as you have seen how to write tests for edit task, I would highly suggest that you try it now on your own for generate task because it's quite similar. Of course, you have to adapt the methods calls in here and so on and so forth. And actually, this should not be not too complicated. Is open. Is task open? Yes. That's now, but still the test went through. Let me just check again. Yeah. Okay. I mean, it doesn't really take the parameters what we give it, but let's, if you run it again, yeah, still passing. Very good. Okay. I would suggest write for generate task a test for the happy path like here and for the error path. I will pause now this video. So do it, and after you are done, now pause the video, do it, and after you're done, click on play again, and then I will go through the how you should write tests for generate task. So see you in a second. Okay, I hope you had time to write the test. If not, no worries, I will go through with you. Now I create a new test class, generate task.test.ts here in the test folder, as you can see. Also start again before, after all, blah blah blah. So we'll just rename it unit tests for generate task composable. How you name it is it doesn't matter, to be honest. I have a is loading, is network error, access error, navigate task view property, but this time I don't have a request object. I mean, you will see you can also do this. It's another way. If you have one, it's not bad. I did a little bit in another way, but yeah, there are multiple ways to write unit tests. I'm just using here the mock task create request we have in here in mock response. And yeah, and I pass it also in for generate task. And then I'm also again checking here some things that this is not called. It's quite similar to the edit task. And yeah, and as you can see, I have almost the same things like in the previous edit task calls. This we can also rename it, for instance, that it's a bit more clear to actual error. And yeah, just using other parameters here like the The mock task create request is here used, and that's it. And then I'll add a task. I get rid of the request object. I'm also just using the mock task update request object that we defined in mock response.ts, and that's it. I hope this is understandable, and I can show you something. Maybe I will show you in the next video. Just clear and npx vtest run, and all of our tests passed. We have 12 tests in 4 files. As you can see, we have currently 1, 2, 3, 4 files. That's good, and 12 tests in total. And this was a test for generating a task and editing a task. As you have seen, it's quite similar, just the arguments change, and that's it. And in the next video, we will, of course, write more tests for what is next get tasks and remove tasks. And that's basically it. So catch me in the next one. I hope you liked it. So don't forget to write a comment, like, and subscribe. See you in the next one. Masalam, ya shabab.